I want to talk about the Lily Tino's former friend, the picture of them with Lily Tino pre-transition when they were in that incel group. And I want to talk about a theory that I have related to this photo. So if you haven't seen it, here's the photo. They put a quarter, John Doe as we're calling him, put a quarter over his face for his privacy. But you could see Lily Tino pre-transition. They met up once in real life after going, meeting in that incel group. Which, by the way, the people that are like, oh, like just release his identity. Y'all are proving the whole thing about him getting fired previously and stuff for coming out. You are proving shit by harassing me and attacking me and doing anything to defend Lily Tino and pretend that interview isn't real. They even keep reporting the video with the screenshots and the picture from the actual video call and everything to try to pretend like it's not there. Not the point. The thing I want to talk about this photo in particular is whenever he originally reached out to me, I was like, hey, do you have some sort of proof that, because I see the screenshots, but I already know people are going to argue that the whole that could be somebody else they're talking to that just pretended to be Lily Tino. Do you have any proof? And he sent me that picture. I don't know why he didn't just ask me to blur out the photo, but because I would have. I guess you still trust at that point and he put a quarter of his own face, but I feel like he could just blurt it out. Anyway, not the point. When he sent it to me, I was like, oh, you can just go look up a photo of Lily Tino previously, pre-transition that she's posted herself and see that is her. That is her pre-transition. But then I was like, wait a minute, why is it a physical photo? I'm not saying I don't believe you. I believe you with everything you've sent and stuff, everything I've posted to. For those who don't know, that's why people with 2 brain cells know that it's real. And it's not the point. I was just asking, I'm like, why do you have a physical photo of you with Lily Tino? That's just a weird thing to have, a physical photo. I barely keep any physical photos of people that I love and care about. I'm definitely not keeping a physical photo because I just have digital, right? I don't keep physical photos of people I don't like. And John Doe, as we're calling him, explained to me that it was because in that incel group, they were worried about things getting leaked. So if they were going, first of all, a lot of them didn't want to take photos, but if they did decide to take a photo, when they met up in person, they would typically do physical photos because they were worried if a photo was kept on their phone or their device that somebody could hack them or it could get leaked and people could find out about them being in these incel groups. Here's my theory is, if you are going to that level of extreme, that you are doing printed photos because you don't want you don't want to risk being hacked and leaking the things that you are saying and doing in these incel groups, then you know what you are saying and doing in these groups are wrong. If you are worried about people in your personal life finding out the things that you're doing in incel group, then that means on some level, even if it's subconscious, on some level, you know what you're doing is wrong. You know that it's bad. Because if you didn't, then you wouldn't care if your family and friends found out that you were in these groups. Another example of this is when some troll will come on and leave this horrific, horrible comment, right? And they have no profile picture, or it's an anime picture and they have no pictures of themselves, no information about themselves on the page. It's clearly a burner account. That's another example of this, because if they didn't know that those, being a troll wasn't a bad thing and that they weren't worthless pieces of shit, then they would have their face on those accounts. And that's how I feel about this. And I know you can draw your own conclusions about, whatever theory you want to make about the photo. But to me, that is what that says to me. That you doing physical photos because you're worried somebody in your personal life, a photo's going to get leaked on the phone from somebody in your personal life finding out what you did. If you are worried about people in your personal life finding out what you did or what you're saying online, then you are the problem. You know somewhere, even if it's deep down inside, that what you're doing is wrong.